Hello everyone and welcome. Today we have a speed build on our hands and it is this little beauty here. So this is what we are building today. I am calling this one Feeling Grey because this one we did a lot of grey in. Not because I was actually feeling particularly grey, but by the time I finished this build I was like, I'm feeling grey for this one. It's feeling very grey. So that was kind of the vibe more than just, oh, this build is depressing. I don't think I can get through life today. I want to hide in my bed. Very Eeyore. It's not. It's not an Eeyore build, I promise. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Don't ask. So I'm just working on the roof of this build. Now, did I have an inspiration for this build? Did I have an inspiration for this build? Ooh. I don't think I did. I think I kind of winged it. Good question. Actually, I don't remember if I had an inspiration for this build or not. Yikes. Now, well, anyway, moving on. We are doing the roofs. So I did want to have like some cute little roofs around the front. So that's what I'm working on there. Always like to have a little bit of an extension on the side, simply just to add like a little bit of dimension to the side of the build, and just so like it's not like a whole big flat thing. And then the same again around the back, because, if you're not careful, it just ends up looking like a whole big flat thing. So just adding shape, just to add like sort of interest into the build. I kind of feel like I did have like a bit of an inspiration for this build, because I remember like I was fussing around with that roof on the side for a while because I was trying to replicate something. So perhaps I did have an inspiration. I just can't, for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was. I didn't even build it that long ago, but oh well. Such is life in the brain of the Velvet. So I did want to have like a little kind of driveway garagey type thing, except I don't have like a garage. I didn't make that side area a garage. I could have, but I didn't really want to. I felt like that was going to be a bit of a waste of space, and I wanted to turn this into a bedroom. So this is going to be, I think it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. So it is a good, decent size. It is only built on a 30 by 20 lot, so it isn't like a huge build, but there is like a good amount of space inside and stuff on that. It's a reasonably big size house, because I don't like to do like a huge backyard or anything like that. So I'm just plumbing the depths of the debug menu at the moment, using some of my favorite plants. So that one there from Cottage Living, I believe it is, or is it Island Living? Maybe that's Island Living. That one, I always forget. Mix them up. I think there's like very similar. No, that one's Island Living, and then there's like a similar one that Cottage Living that I really love. Anyway, just I thought I'd add like little pops of flowers on the greenery as well, just to mix it up some. So I'm just doing the little trick where if you landscape with the build flat, then lift up the house after that, then you don't get like the little bump up when you're trying to place things against the foundation. That little trick. And I'm just doing inset stairs on this one instead of doing stairs with like banisters and stuff, just to mix it up a little bit and do something a little different. And I thought actually it would probably look good with the columns coming out, and then I'm just going to do the same around the back as well. Except wider stairs around the back for some reason. I don't know why. It's just the reasons. So that's coming together quite nicely, I think. So I'm definitely, I think, vibing with the Growing Together pack in this particular build. I'm using the Growing Together stone and the paint and the shingle and the columns and the foundation. So it is definitely a very Growing Together vibe kind of home. I'm using the plain sheet metal roofing in the black, and I'm using Growing Together windows. I'm just going with this pack. Sometimes you just like, the pack just kind of works and you just go with it. I mean, when we're talking about sort of modern suburban homes, which this is it's like a contemporary modern suburban kind of vibe, then the Growing Together pack is kind of perfect for that. Let's just call it what it is. I am using the door as well from Growing Together, and I was going to do like a paving thing, but I stopped there. If it works, it works. You just go with it, right? So I'm just working on the backyard. So I'm just going to use the green hedgy fence because I thought that kind of worked best with the colour of the build, because we're just keeping the garden fairly monochrome as far as that goes, you know, just sort of green with touches of white. And I reflected that in the little garden area that I'm creating here, just little touches of white. Just trying to find the right tree. Sometimes it is not so easy to find the right tree, but 9 times out of 10 I will no, that's not true. I will quite often use this cats and dogs tree. I actually really like it. I think it's got a nice shape to it, and like the trunk of it actually sits at a really good height so that you can still see the things underneath it. So it's actually, you know, but it still kind of gives the vibe of creating like shelter. You know, it's still leafy, but it's just a tree that is really well proportioned. It's a well proportioned tree. And that is a statement I never thought I would utter, a well proportioned tree, but turns out today I have uttered it. But it is a well proportioned tree. Like, it's got a really good shape. It's like these cypress trees that I use as well. I mean, they're just got a really good proportion to them. They're a really good shape. And when you find trees or bushes or anything that you like, that you think is a good shape, you will tend to use them because they work. So, you know, there's just so many trees that you can't see what's underneath them, and sometimes that's not what you want to go with. And also, I'm using the wishing well in this build. I've never ever, aside from in my 100 horses challenge, used the wishing well, I think, in a build, or that I remember anyway. Maybe I have and I have forgotten. It's possible, but certainly no time in recent history, aside from on my 100 horses LP, have I used the wishing well in builds. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to put the wishing well in here. I think I must have been playing around with the 100 horses challenge at the time, or thereabouts, so it must have been like present in my mind to use it. But I thought that'd be quite like a neat little twist, like they have a wishing well around the back, you know, why not? So I'm just going to finish off this front area. So I was just trying to decide what I wanted to do along there, and I thought, you know what, bushes actually would probably work quite nicely along there. I did want to go for a darker one though, so that's why I just switched that out quickly, because the ones that I did initially choose were a little bit too light, and I wanted to keep consistent with the colour of the bushes and the trees that I was using in the darker colour. And I'm just doing like a little area around the letterbox as well. I do like the way that you can actually make the path look more irregular by using the plants around the path. I was going to say the pathing, the paving. That makes more sense. And just doing some more trees around there, just keeping it pretty simple as far as the landscaping goes, but I feel like, you know, you get a good sense of the landscaping and stuff. So just doing a little bit more around the back, you know, your barbecue, your lounges and that sort of thing, so there's a little bit of space. But I did not have a room for a pool, so I didn't do a pool. And that's our outside, so let's move on to the inside. So I found the perfect little squishy place for the stairs, so I was like, yay. And then I'm using the Growing Together lights on the interior. I do like those lights, and they are a good height as well. So I kind of feel like I have light trust issues when it comes to The Sims. So there's not always lights that I trust will be a good height, so I don't tend to use them, whereas there's other lights that I know are great and very usable, so I will use them quite a lot. So the Growing Together lights here, those are on my list of lights I trust. My very small list of lights I trust. I do tend towards prefer, if it's like a house that I'm going to be building and playing in, I will tend to use the saucer lights, because I don't really, I don't know, I don't love lights hanging down so much. And I do find them kind of irritating when I'm building as well. Sometimes, you know, they kind of get in the way, but I know it's a bit boring to use the saucer lights all the time, so I try not to, okay? But sometimes I'm very tempted to. So I'm just still working on the layout of the house a little bit. So I'm going to put like a little sneaky bathroom in behind the kitchen there. And there's a couple more bathrooms upstairs, and there'll be one bedroom downstairs, and the other 2 bedrooms will be upstairs. And I did talk about how when I built this house and I just like was feeling the grey. So that's the name of the house, Feeling Grey, because I was feeling the grey in it. So I'm using the Jungle Adventure kitchen, tile. So that's going to be in the kitchen and the bathrooms, is the Jungle Adventure tile. I really like that tile because it's, I guess, quite a flexible tile. Like there's like 3 different heights on it as well. So like if you want to have like the pattern sitting higher, you can. If you want it sitting lower, you can. Or if you just want to have like a plain wall, you can do that as well. So I think that's quite a handy little tile. And I'm using the Parenthood counters as well as on the bottom, and then I'm using Spa Day on the top. So I'm mixing those two together rather than using the Parenthood on the top. I think there was a colour issue with the Parenthood upper counters, but I'm using the Parenthood table. I can't remember, I think the Parenthood chairs as well. I did struggle with the space a little bit in terms of creating the living area because it's very open flow. It is kitchen, dining and living just kind of all mushed into, well, they're in separate areas, but they're all in the sort of the same sort of area, if that makes sense. All very open flow, open living. But I was struggling a little bit with how to actually put this together. So I'm just creating like a little separate TV area. And then there's like a little seating nook in that corner. Because I kind of had like couches all over the place for a while. I did skip over that for you guys because it was just like a bit of a hot mess for a while. Until I kind of worked out what I was doing. And I'm using the Dream Home Decorator chairs there by the Dream Home Decorator couch. And then I'm using the Book Nook by the TV. They've got quite similar shapes. So I do quite often interchange those two little sets. It does work quite nicely. And then now I'm about to bring in the colour. So this is the grey and the blacks are going to be tempered and brightened by berry colours. So yeah, I'm going to bring in little touches of berry. So there's like a really nice shade of berry that comes with the Dream Home Decorator pack. So I will go fairly large on that because it is actually quite a nice bright shade that I think worked really nicely with the grey, and I wanted to bring that in and just bring, a little bit of liveliness to the build. So that's me just separating off the hallway from the living area. I did want to create like a little couch, a couch set here. So that's why I decided to divide off the hallway from the living area. And I'm using the Dream Home Decorator little, what's it called? Sectional sofa. That's the one I'm going for. So this is me just sort of trying to work out how this is going to come together. It's looking quite grey over there. So I'm just trying to work out how to bring in the pop of colour. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to go berry on the couch. Change the thing that's in behind there, the painting, and yeah, we'll make it work from that. So I'm just bringing more colours in from that perspective. I'm going to throw in some clutter in the kitchen. Now, I didn't like put too much counter clutter on because there wasn't actually that much counter space at the end of the day. Like when you look at it, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters, and only one of them's like half a counter. And one of them has a sink on it. So, there wasn't actually that much counter space. So I did go heavier on the wall clutter more than the counter clutter in that instance. So just bringing in some more of the colour. So a pink rug. And because it's like that pink from high school years, that's the rug that I've used, is more of like the berry colour that did match the seats. And then I think that's the Parenthood rug, possibly. So bringing in a little bit more pink to this side of the room because it was just quite dark and I did want to bring in a little bit more life. So, there's like that berry sort of pinks and that sort of thing, bringing that in. It's like, it's a hard colour to sometimes use because either the shades really vary or there isn't like a lot of it. So sometimes, yeah, it can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes with some of the colours. But anyway, got there in the end with it. But the Dream Home Decorators pack, as I said, does have like a good range of those colours in there. And I really like this painting because it had those pink shades through it. And I thought, oh, you know what? That actually works really nicely with the room. It's got like a bit of pink, a bit of grey in it. So yeah, I was quite happy with how that worked. So just trying to find like a little rug for underneath there. And I did want to do like something a little bit more patterned just to bring in a little bit more life to that little section there. And something for over in the corner by the bench too. So that is just about that living area done. I think I'm just going to add in some little bits of clutter on our kitchen island. I did want to have like a flower or a pot or a plant or something on there, so I just went with the, I think it's the Greenhouse Haven little cutie. I did do that. And so now moving into the hallway, so just trying to work on which hall table I'm going to go with. I struggle with hall tables sometimes. You know, sometimes you just can't find the right one. But I did end up going with this one. What pack is that from? I can't remember. Anyway, so ended up just going with the one hall table. What is that pack from? I want to say it's like Seasons, but I could be wrong on that. And it's definitely the Seasons mirror. Anyway, moving on to the downstairs bathroom. So I'm just using the Snowy Escape blinds just to add the, level of privacy. Moving the door over so that I can do everything along the side. I actually end up putting some cute little things in this bathroom, and we made it sort of work. Like, it's not like the biggest of spaces, but managed to fit quite a bit in here actually, with a little jiggling around, you know, because I wanted to put in like this, what is it? It's from Eco Lifestyle, and it's got like all the blankets and stuff on it, you know, like blankets, towels, sheeting. I don't know what the word would be for it, but yeah, managed to fit that there, and then I could like squeeze in the bath and the bath as well as the toilet and fit it all in. So it was quite nice. Like, it's like a quite like cute little storage area, the kind of thing that you would have like maybe in a downstairs bathroom that, you know, doesn't get used as much by the family perhaps, or it's just like a handy space that I would like probably have in like in a bathroom or something where you can just store your towels and stuff. It's nice to have that sort of option in your bathroom. So I'm just changing. Oh yeah, that's right, because I moved the door, and then that meant I had to change the hallway around, because I moved the door and I forgot when I moved the door that that was going to affect the hallway. So yeah, ended up having to change the hallway around because I moved the door in the bathroom, as you do, as you do. So just finishing off with some of the everyday kit bits and pieces, getting the shoes in the hallway, and now I'm just moving on to the bedroom. So this is the downstairs master bedroom, and it's going to continue with the grey and the pink theme. So I'm using the Modern Luxe curtains in the pink. I just wanted to mix that up a little bit because I haven't used those in a while, and they are really nice curtains, and yeah, why not? So I'm just going to decorate with that and add like, a nice little bit of pink in the room. Obviously we've got like the little curtain rails with those, so that's nice to have those as an option. I completely forgot a curtain in the corner, but don't worry, I will fix that. I do notice at some point soon. And using the Book Nook lights, the Modern Luxe bed, and there's quite a bit of room in this bedroom, so I wanted to do like a decent dressing space. Ended up finding this from the high school years pack, where it had like the metallic trim on it in the grey, and I thought, that's actually going to suit really nicely with the Modern Luxe stuff and really gel nicely, because that's the Modern Luxe chairs that I'm putting in there. So yeah, ended up actually working really nicely together as like a little set. So I was like, cool, but I do need to change the wallpaper. The wallpaper wasn't working for me in this room, so I was like, I need to do something maybe a little bit more softer, feminine. And then I found this from the Paranormal Stuff pack. So I was like, perfect. Paranormal? Yes, Paranormal. And sorry, just having that space out. Where is it the Paranormal or Spooky? I've got to remember the Spooky Stuff pack is the pumpkin, and Paranormal is the little ghost. Because I can picture it in my head what the little symbol is, but then I forget what the symbol actually relates to as far as the pack goes. Is that how you guys think about how packs, how you remember the packs? Is it by the little symbols, the little icons for them? Or is that just me? Like, I'm very good at like picturing that icon, but whether or not I actually remember the name of the pack that goes with the icon, that's the other thing. But yeah, I'm getting better, because I'm just, as long as I remember Spooky is pumpkin, Paranormal is the ghost, I'm good. Okay, so I'm just working on the little chest table set. So I'm using the Modern Luxe, the secondary, the smaller chair, as well as the high school years chest table, and using the Blooming Rose hanging plant. I'm just going to realise very shortly that I'm missing a curtain. It's all good. And I'm using the Paranormal Stuff Pack chair as well. And I did want to put like a little TV in there, so you got like a little TV nook as well. And I'm just getting some little bits of artwork in there too. So, you know, this actually managed to fit like a whole sort of lot of stuff in this bedroom, which is quite nice. The last thing we need is obviously a rug. So I'm just trying to decide colour wise what I wanted to do there. And ended up going with the Modern Luxe rug under the bed to the side, and then by moving it to the side it allowed me to actually put another rug in underneath the couch, so that worked in quite nicely. So we're headed upstairs now. We're getting towards the last part of the build. So we've got 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms left to go, so I'm just going to be jumping between the 2 bathrooms for a minute because I'm just going to be placing the items, and sometimes it's easier just to, like, you know, put the items in and then fix it all when you get to it. So I think just about finished with that jumping around part of it. So this is the smaller ensuite. So this is just a shower, toilet, basin kind of thing. You know, pretty basic, but we'll just give it a little bit of life with a couple of pops of pink, I think, in here as well. But kept it pretty plain with the white towels going in there, and then pink towels on the wall, and then just a grey robe and grey on the floor, and then I'm going to do something a little bit pink, I think, on the wall perhaps. I did contemplate doing the laundry thing, but I haven't put like any other laundry stuff in the house because as per always, I kind of forgot to do laundry. I actually ended up changing that picture out. I put like the Basement Treasures picture in there with the pink frame, and then I think later I decided I hated it and changed it out. Anyway, this is the second bathroom upstairs, and this is a bigger bathroom, so I can do a little bit more with it. So I'm just doing a bath behind the divider, and I think I play tested this, so it does work fine. And I did put like a TV like by the bath. I thought, you know what, why not? Why wouldn't you want like a TV by the bath? Because then maybe if I had that sort of setup, if I had a bath in the house, I don't have a bath in the house that I'm in at the moment, but if I did, like, would I be more inclined to lie in the bath and just like watch TV if like I had a bath and TV in the bathroom? I don't know. Would I still get bored? Quite possibly. I don't know. I'm not a big bath person in real life, but that could tempt me perhaps. So I'm just going to get some more little final sort of bits and pieces in here just to finish off the little touches of the bathroom. And then we are moving on to the bedrooms. Oh no, we've got a little lounge area up here. So we've got our little stair area. So we'll probably put like a desk and couch up here. Oh, that's right, I did. I ended up just doing a switcheroo because I realised that if I put the desk there, you're not going to be able to get up the stairs. So I was like, oh, the wheat. Alright, so it's going to be a desk on the stair landing with the chair and a cool computer, like a computer I would love. Like, look at it, it's so cute. And just like a little bookshelf up on the wall, hanging bookshelf. And I was trying to see if there was anything that would snap lamp-wise to that table, but it's not a big enough snap spot, so ended up just having like a little bit of clutter there, and then I just needed something up behind the couch for a picture, and another little something over there. I was thinking like a plant, like the dine out plant. Yes, the dine out plant was going to go there. And am I looking at a rug? Yes, I am looking at a rug, and I'm going with the little snowy escape one, which I really like. I like that little rug. I think it's a cute little, you know, like sheepskin-esque kind of rug. Okay, so we are on to the first of the 2 bedrooms upstairs. So I'm just placing some beds as a concept kind of thing. Now this room here is going to be pink. Lots of pink. It will be a bit of an evolution as far as the wallpaper goes. So I'll put something in and then I'll change it and then I'll change it. But the essence of the room is pink, and I really went hard on high school years in this particular room. So I'm just kind of like on the high school years pack, and I'm just like going hard on it. I'm like, you know what? I actually haven't used like a great deal of some of the high school years stuff. Like Some of it I use all the time and some of it I barely touch. It's kind of like a weird pack that way. But I guess it depends if you really are going hard on like a teenage room or something like that. But anyway, I was going hard on a teenage room and it's going to be super pink. And I've never used that version of that dresser before with the stripe on it. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's actually really cool. I think I spotted that the other day when I was flicking through. I don't know what I was doing, but I was flicking through and I spied it with like the stripe on it. It's like, I think somewhere in the back of my mind, I went, yeah, I want to use that on something. So this room ended up being the perfect opportunity for me to use that dresser because I'm doing grey and pink, and I was like, grey and pink, perfect. So I'm just doing some pictures on the wall, little doodads, and the wallpaper was probably just about to change again because I'm just putting like a little couch and a plant in. I didn't want to use the same couch that I used in the landing, so just using like the slightly rounder one, and then I like shrunk down the plant because it was like they were both like quite large, and I was like, shrink those down and see if I can find something more pinky because it was quite purple, and then I'll just adjust everything just to fit like a little bit better. So I'm just changing to the high school lights there because I thought that it's kind of the kind of room that would actually suit those a little bit better. And then I'm just using like the not that wallpaper, so base game with the faded look to it. That's actually quite a nice wallpaper. I quite like that with the faded look. And then I'm doing the same wallpaper in the second double bedroom upstairs. Although, do I keep it? I don't know. Oh, this was me just double checking if the curtains showed through the floor, because I've had an issue before with the Modern Luxe curtains where they did go through the floor. So like in the downstairs area you could actually see like something sticking through the ceiling. It was kind of weird. So I'm just switching out that bed, and then I'm actually going something a little bit different in this room, and I'm bringing like touches of green into this room just to mix it up a little bit. I was kind of felt like I'd exhausted like the grey pink kind of thing. I was kind of at the limit with that, and I just wanted to bring in like an extra colour in this particular room just to mix it up, because we went so hard on the pink in the last room. I needed to do something else in this room just to differentiate it a little bit. So we're going with like a little bit of green, plus also, to tell the truth, there weren't any really nice pink beds I wanted to use. So there, that's the truth. But yes, I also wanted to bring in like a different color. So when I saw like the green, because the green bed actually has like shades of pink on there, so I was like, you know what, actually I can make that work, and we can bring in like a different color. But yeah, I was really struggling to find a pink bed that I liked that would work color wise with the vibe of the house. So when I saw the green with the pink, I was like, you know what, actually let's bring in like a different color and make it work. Pops of pink everywhere and it'll work nicely. And it is nice to mix it up as well. So there we go. That's the real hard-hitting truth there. Giving it to you. Hard-hitting style. That's me. So this is quite an odd-shaped room because it's like quite long and narrow, but it's like a decent size. But so I decided that I needed to have something else going on here. So just to create like a little TV area. So couch, seating, and then like an end table and bits and pieces. And then I saw this from the Decor to the Max pack, that chair with the pattern on it. I just love that chair. Like the white, and it's got like a little bit of green floral through it. And I thought that's absolutely perfect. And then I can't remember which pack that couch is from, but it had like a floral pattern on it as well. And I thought that was absolutely perfect. Big grey industrial loft rug. And using the Growing Together side table with a little tray on it, and then I just need like a little something there. Just to add like a pop of something colour, a little bit more pink. And yeah, then we are just about done with the exterior. So it is time to, I think, take a tour of what we did. What a good idea. So here is the exterior. And as I said, we went hard on the Growing Together pack on the exterior. So it's all basically growing together on the outside. The windows, the wallpaper, not the roof, because there isn't a growing together roof, but and not the plants, but other than that, yeah, it's very growing together here. There is like a little garden area at the back, so you've got like the bees and vertical garden and flat garden. You've got a barbecue area as well, and a wishing well, which I thought was super sweet. I was delighted to put the wishing well in there, so happy days. Then moving inside, so we are on the grey side on the inside with pops of pink, which I think is cute. I love pink and grey as a colour combo. It's just like there's something nice about it. I also like grey and yellow as a colour combo, so maybe I should do a grey and yellow. I haven't done grey and yellow in a while. Velvet's thinking. So all very open living in this downstairs area. So you've got the living area, you've got a kitchen island, you've got the kitchen, and you've got the dining. So it's all sort of it's very open flow. And then you've got like the bedroom downstairs, which has got like touches of the modern luxe, paranormal, and high school years. Those are the three main packs that I've used in this bedroom. And I didn't go with end tables or side tables. I went with lights instead. This is the upstairs bathrooms. And then into the pink bedroom, the pink explosion bedroom, which I think I managed to make it look less pink explosion-y by balancing the colours a little bit. And then this is the larger bathroom there, and then going into the bedroom that has the touches of green running through it, which I think ended up looking really good. And with its little TV area. So that has come together really nicely. I'm very happy with it. I will put it up on the gallery, VelvettB, and I want to say thank you for watching. You have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.